He's known all over the world as a former president of the United States, but the work he does through his foundation is what recently brought former President Bill Clinton here to downtown Atlanta. He was the guest speaker at the annual conference for the Council on Foundations. AIB's Lisa Haynes was there and has more on this story.
Those with the Council on Foundations say it's truly an honor to have former President Bill Clinton featured as a guest speaker here at their 60th annual conference. That's because his work as a philanthropist is done on both a local and global level. It's the 60th annual conference for the Council on Foundations, a national nonprofit association made up of more than 2,000 grant-making foundations and corporations. The organization is a leader in philanthropy, and this year, former President Bill Clinton was the guest speaker.
This economy has hit the philanthropic sector pretty hard. Endowments are down, incomes are down, gifts are down, and needs are up.
Steve Gunderson is the president and CEO of the Council on Foundations. He says former President Clinton's work as a philanthropist is incredible.
There's probably no better voice who has taken his post-presidential career and defined it in philanthropy. He's really defined philanthropic leadership both domestically and internationally, and it is there under President Obama when we are looking at an emerging partnership of the public and philanthropic sectors. I can't imagine a better voice to inspire and educate and encourage us than President Clinton.
Ambassador Andrew Young, who also operates a foundation, says he works closely with two former presidents on several initiatives.
I've been working with the president on his global initiative, as with President Carter on his Carter Center projects. And it's really been significant that our former presidents have continued their work globally after they've left office.
We just handled as a pass-through a lot of the money that goes to treat people on HIV and AIDS, and we're up to 2 million people now who get the AIDS medicine off our contracts.
Former President Clinton says even though these are tough economic times, the work of philanthropists is very important.
You know, we may have as many as 2 million people in New York this year, just in the city, who need food at a time when the income stream is down. The Methodist minister at the little church that Hillary and I attend in Westchester County called us a couple months ago and said the food bank's gone broke in our county. And Westchester County is a very wealthy county, but we have a huge number of immigrants there who are now struggling because a lot of the optional jobs they had are fading away. And so he said, they want our church to take it over. Will you help us? And, you know, we said, sure. But the only point I'm trying to make is I see this everywhere in ways large and small.
Ambassador Andrew Young says he thinks of his work as doing the work of God.
I was always taught, to them to whom much has been given, of them will much be required. So I don't even think of it as philanthropy. I think of it as passing on God's blessings. And you can't hold on to God's blessings. When you're blessed, the quicker you pass them on, the more blessings you get.
The most troubling thing to me of all is seeing that there have actually been foundations filing for bankruptcy protection. And so I think we're going to come out of this, although I have to tell you, whenever I speak to a business group around the world or anywhere in America, they always say, when's this going to be over? When's this going to be over? You know something about economics, and I always have the same answer. November the 9th at 3:30 in the afternoon. Because it makes the obvious point that no one knows, right?
Those with the Council on Foundations say it's important to draw attention to the work of philanthropists as they continue to work towards promoting the common good. In downtown Atlanta, Lisa Haynes, AIB News.